And weather-wise, probably the nicest day of the week and still pretty good looking this afternoon in Canyon City where we're sitting at 40. That will be a far cry from what we're forecasting Friday when temperatures in most areas will struggle to get out of the teens. All of those details and a look at our next round of snow when News 5 at 4 continues.
And now, your First Alert 5 weather.
And pretty nice out there, at least compared to the rest of the week this afternoon in southern Colorado. But by this time tomorrow, parts of the state will be seeing some heavier snowfall, especially for areas along and north of the Palmer Divide. These spots under winter weather advisories beginning at noon on Thursday. And for the mountains of northern Colorado, some spots could see more than a half a foot of snow. For the Denver metro, expecting anywhere between about 2 or 3 inches at the lower end of the range, up to about 6 inches on the higher end. And for the Palmer Divide, upping that up to around 2 to 4 inches by the time it's all said and done Friday morning. Let's give you an idea of snowfall totals here locally, a little closer to home. And again, most of the snow develops Thursday night, I think after the rush hour for most of us here in southern Colorado, but this could be impactful as we make our way towards Friday morning with some icy slick spots on the roadway. Expecting around 1 to 2 for Woodland Park. Maybe a trace to 1 or 2 around Canyon City, a trace to 1 for Pueblo and La Junta, as much as 1 to 2 in the Springs with this round of snow. Those areas that are not expecting as much would be down into the south. And really the past few storms have favored those spots, so a little bit of a more northerly shift with this system as opposed to the last few that have impacted us here in Colorado. Right now in the Springs, we are at 39 degrees under mostly clear skies on this Wednesday afternoon. Pueblo just a few minutes shy of 5 o'clock, currently checking in at 44. And as we make our way into the day on Thursday, some big changes we're tracking. Canyon City looking good for now, but it will look a lot different in about 24 to 36 hours time. That is because of this next cold front, a powerful system that brings in some wind, some snow, and some much colder temperatures to the region as they make our way towards the end of the upcoming week. So tomorrow actually starts out fairly bright with some blue skies early. It will be cold in the morning. Then as we make our way into the afternoon, the model here again, I think it's a little bit slow with the arrival of the snow. I think by 7 o'clock, we'll probably get some snow showers up into the Palmer Divide. Anytime after that, between about 7 and 10, it's expected to fill in as all of this energy, all of this moisture pushes down to the south. That'll continue through early Friday morning, eventually breaking up except for the mountain areas by around the lunch hour. Behind the snow, very cold air expected, an Arctic blast that we have not seen so far this season with some of the coldest air since back last spring. Now it does last through about Saturday morning, then by early next week high pressure builds in and does bring us some warmer temperatures with the return of 50s and 60s to the plains of southern Colorado. Here's a look at your overnight lows tonight. Down around 12 in Woodland Park, 21 in Canyon City, 14 in Pueblo, and 18 in the Springs. Highs tomorrow for the Springs, Woodland Park, Monument, all below the freezing mark. 38 for Pueblo, 37 for Canyon City. I think it could be one of those days where we actually achieve that high before the lunch hour, because once that cold front pushes through, temperatures will actually drop off through the afternoon hours. So take a look at your Super 7-day forecast. The real cold develops Thursday night and sticks around through at least Saturday. Let's do a breakout here on Friday. Some interesting weather facts that McDaniels put together. The last high that we've seen in the teens, that was all the way back on March the 10th. We are also expecting light accumulations, again, generally around an inch or 2, most parts of town, and then single-digit mornings and evenings on either side of that high of just 16. By Sunday, we're back up to 49 with 50s by early next week. For Pueblo, also getting a taste of that cold Canadian air, the Arctic Express making a beeline for southern Colorado. 5 the low Friday night, 42 on Saturday, back up to the high 50s by next week. Canyon City, I've got upper 30s dropping down to lower 20s, so very cold temperatures to close out the week, even a single-digit low down into Friday night, Saturday morning. And for Woodland Park, several inches of snow on the way here Thursday night to Friday morning. Very cold start to the weekend with temperatures back up into the 40s by as early as Sunday. Allison?